Hey, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada, joined by Asia. Thank you so much for taking the time. It's so nice to talk to you.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we were just talking before we got started about you. You're doing online school as well as the whole music thing. So you got a lot going on, but online school, it's good, bad, you like it?
I'm going to say neutral
Okay.
because good because it's more relaxed, way less stressed about school. I have so much more time like to myself, if that makes sense. But there's no social interaction, like being able to see my school friends, like that's not a thing anymore. So, like it's been fine. I don't know. Neutral, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I always I feel for so many of the students that have to be online right now because I feel like that takes such self-discipline, which I never had in high school. So
Oh my God, not me at all. I've been like trying so hard, but it's really difficult, but I'm learning.
yeah, but you're living that Hannah Montana lifestyle because you're in school, but you also have this thriving music career, which is how is that managing all of that?
I just wanted to say, I literally say that about myself all the time. I think
Really?
that's so funny that you made that reference. Um, I mean, doing school and doing music, it's been something that I've been doing since I think grade three, because that's when I started really wanting to do music. And I think that being in COVID and doing school and music has been a blessing in disguise because I've had so much time to like create music. Like I can be in class. My teacher should not know this, but like I can be in class and be in the studio making a song and like camera off on mute, like doing my own music, which has been so great, like having more time to do that. And like my friends aren't so involved, which is why I say the Hannah Montana reference because like my friends don't really know what I'm doing. I know I do music, but they're not that involved. So it's been kind of cool, like being very separate, being able to do my own music and like not have to worry so much about school and school time and everything.
Right. Is that a conscious decision to have your friends separate from what you're doing with music?
I think that because I started music at such a young age, I think that I've learned that music is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. And a lot of my friends in the past haven't really understood that. And I used to be like a girl that bragged a lot about what I was doing. And especially when I was in grade three, like, ooh, look what I did. And everyone would be like, ew, like she's annoying.
Yeah.
And I think that people have started to not like that. And so I kind of just turned it off all the way. I think it'd be nice for more people to know what I do, but my best friends have always been so supportive. So I think that's all I need.
Yeah, that's a good balance. That reminds me of
Yeah.
Alessia Cara because I've talked to her before about like making music and being in the studio while still being in high school. And she said that she wouldn't tell anybody about anything. And then so many people were surprised when her song Here came out and it started blowing up because they're like, wait, what? You've been like going to the studio after school when we all just go home and hang out. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's
kind of cool that a lot of people do that.
yeah, totally. We got to talk about Red Button. This song is incredible. I've heard you say
Thank
that
you.
it's a Zoom song because you had to make it all obviously throughout the pandemic and talking to people online. What was that experience like for you?
I think it was the weirdest thing that I've ever had to experience because I think it's an incredible song. And the fact that I made it without even meeting the person I wrote it with. So I wrote it with Jimmy McCorman. He's out in LA. And the first time I met him was on Zoom. Never met him in person until way after Red Button was made. And it was the weirdest thing because like I went to the studio when COVID was a little bit less strict in the beginning of the year and I recorded. He was on Zoom, the whole thing, like no like in-person contact for the entire thing, but it was actually a really cool experience being able to learn how to do that because me and him have now written like a bunch of songs together and we've created this entire like relationship with like making songs and everything, and I've never really had that with one specific person and not even in person. Like so weird, but I think it's been really great.
Yeah, that's nice because now you don't need him to be in the same room as you to continue that process, right? Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind the song?
Okay, so red button, like the hang up button, it's very literal. I think that the reason I started with the song, so he came up with the concept of you get the red button when you call. And the second he said that, I was like, oh my God, perfect timing. I there was this guy we were dating, and he would not stop calling me after we broke up, just continuously going like that, calling me. So I would sit there and I'd be hitting the red button like over and over and over again, and I was like, the fact that he brings up, "You get the red button when you call," I was like, "Oh my God." And it just went from there.
It hits. At what point do you then just like block the number?
Oh, I did that multiple times. It
Okay.
was a very, very long thing, a few months of the red button, but I think it's calmed down now. So,
Yeah. How does it feel to be the iHeartRadio Future Star?
I mean, it's been really cool. Like all these opportunities hearing my song on the radio has definitely been a great experience to get to hear like over and over and over again. That's been really cool. I mean, the support, I've never had that kind of support before. So I think that it's like so great that I've been able to experience that, especially with a song like Red Button. I think that Red Button's the first song that I really love. And this is a song that I think that deserved what I got with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And even looking at like the music video online and looking up the audio, so many of the comments are people being like, oh, I heard this on the radio and I had to come find it because I love this song so much. So what was it like for you to hear the song on the radio for the first time?
I mean, my parents were definitely waiting to hear it on the radio, and I didn't have my driver's license yet, so it wasn't in the car. But now I have my driver's license, and the first time I heard it in the car, best thing ever, like best feeling. But I heard it for the first time when I was in the house,
Mhm.
and definitely a full family experience. Everyone's like, "Oh, Red Button's playing!" Like everyone's singing the song, and it was like so weird because my siblings aren't that involved, but with this, everyone was listening to Red Button, so it was a great celebration for the first time.
Yeah. And there is something about hearing a song on the radio in the car that just like hits different, right?
Oh yeah, and then you see your name show up on the screen. I'm like, oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so exciting. And you just celebrated your 17th birthday. Happy belated.
I did. Thank you.
Your birthday, were you able to celebrate despite the fact that we're in a lockdown?
I mean, definitely not what one would want for their 17th birthday, but I think that my family was able to make the best of it. I wasn't very excited for it because, I'm 17, I want to see all my friends, I want to do fun things, and I'm like in my room in my pajamas, like, okay, I'm 17, that's great. But I have my driver's license now, so I was able to go driving. My sister got me a great present. She actually got me this headband and a little pajama set. And my mom got me some great presents, and everyone was so nice to me on my birthday, which is always the best thing, including my brother. So that was a surprise. I think
Nice.
everyone was so positive, and it made me feel a lot better. So it's definitely one I won't forget.
Yeah, I think we'll all remember our pandemic birthdays. And then by 18,
Oh,
you'll just
God.
like be able to have a rager. There you go.
Oh my God, I'd love that. I want
Make
to go to Montreal for my 18th because
Yeah,
they're legal to
yeah,
drink there. So,
totally.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Asia, thank you so much for taking the time. So nice to talk to you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.